Before you can be it, you got to see it. If all you see is yourself always going to hell, ain't gonna never have nothing, broke, almost about to die, ain't gonna never have nothing, always gonna be by yourself, always gonna be alone. It's the ones that can see themselves beyond what everybody else say about them, beyond what everybody else think about them. You know, I know you said that, but I don't see myself that way. I know you said that, but that don't, you know what, you must have me mixed up. I'm not that person. I'm not the one that's there. And the scripture said when they went into the land of Egypt, out of the land of Canaan, and they went in to sneak out to spy out the land, they sent 12 spies, one for every tribe. Now there was, now for those of you that may not know the scriptures, there was a Canaanite. His name was Caleb. Old Caleb had one determination. He realized that the Jews or the Israelites were God's chosen people. And you know what he did? He joined himself to the household of faith. He was not born a Jew. He was not born an Israelite. But God will help me to give you a rhema word. I don't care where you come from. I don't care if you may not have had the first opportunity to be a part. If you wholly, totally go after God, God is about promotions. God will lift you up over the pastor. He will lift you up over the preachers. He'll lift you up. And I'm not talking about take over the church. I'm talking about if the pastor ain't praying, if the deacons ain't praying, if the ushers ain't praying, God will lift you up and put you in a place that when you look up, they say, how did he get over there? The Bible said God chose the foolish things, the base things, the things that are not, to confound the wise. God looked in the heart of a young boy by the name of David, out in the field one day, not doing anything, just watching sheep. But David was praising God. Oh, I wish to God that men would start praising and worshiping God. You know, your problem is we think worshiping is feminine. Some men think worship is just a little girlish, it's a little female. But you know, the greatest worshiper there ever was David. David was a man after God's own heart. David worshiped God and gave God everything he had. David stood before the Lord and danced before the Lord. The scripture said David was such a man of war that they said he had so much blood on his hand. God said, I can't let you build the temple. I can't let you build it. He said, but one thing I'm going to do, David, I'm going to give you credit. David loved a good fight. Oh, I know some folks, you know, some people are just wired different. Reverend Daniel, some folks got a different kind of way of looking. Some folks, I'm a man of peace and I'm a man of love. Some folks get nervous when they ain't in a good fight. Some folks, I ain't hitting nobody today. The rapper came out with a song a few days. He said, it's a good day. I ain't used my AK-47 today. It's a good day. And the Bible said when they went into the land to spy out the land, they looked around and they said, it's the grapes was so big, they say it would take 2 men to carry them. Write this down. You were born. Well, just remember what you're thinking. You were born to eat the grapes. You were born to eat the grapes. Some people looked at them grapes and they said, this is so big, this is so great, this is so large, this is so magnanimous. But you know what? After they looked at the grapes, they saw the... And you know the problem with a lot of us? God gave you an assignment. God gave you a purpose. God gave you a call on your life. And everybody may not be called to be in the pulpit, but God gave you a plan that was designed by him to create in you the opportunity to become your maximum. It's time out for just doing just enough to get by. It's time out for just doing just enough to say that you ain't got what you got to have. God said, I gave you the plan to change your world. And all you got to do is stop fearing the stepping over into the giant's land.